members, Rosie here. I just wanted to show you guys a good way to amp up your workouts that you've been doing at home. Hopefully you're following along with the videos, but I just wanted to show you a good way to warm up, get some mobility in, some stretching, a little bit of core, and a little bit of breathing, and then fire up your nervous system at the end before you get your workout in. So we're gonna start out with our mobility. So you're down on the ground. We're gonna start with open books. So you're gonna lie on your side with one arm out, the top leg up towards your chest, and then the other arm is gonna open all the way up. The goal is to get all the way flat on the ground. You're gonna do 10 of those on each side. So just opening up, letting your head follow with you, and again, we'll get both sides there. So again, leg up to your chest, arm out, opening all the way up, going flat or as flat as you can, and coming back in. And then once you're done with 10 of the open books, we're gonna do floor slides. So again, we're just hitting your thoracic spine area, getting some rotation, lengthening, trying to keep your shoulders flat. So we're gonna lie on our back with our knees bent. You're gonna flatten your back, so rolling your pelvis towards your belly button. And you're gonna keep your arms out to the side and roll them up. The goal is to keep them flat on the ground the whole time. And you're gonna do 10 of those, bringing your arms all the way up and then squeezing your shoulder blades down as you come back down, keeping your arms flat the entire time. And again, that's 10 of those. Then we're gonna move it on a bit to our hips. So we're gonna do a pigeon stretch. So you're gonna start here with your foot in front of you and then bring it across to this side a little bit, and then bring your hands out and you're gonna sit into your hip. And then you're gonna try and keep as tall as you can, sitting into that hip, getting flat as you can there. If you need to, because it might be a little bit of an intense stretch, you can lie down with it. Should really feel this stretch in your hips, getting your piriformis a little bit, your hip flexors, your adductors, all the good stuff that we need to open up before we do workouts. And then again, we'll do that on both sides. I'd hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds, depending on how it feels for you. So again, you can either go up really tall with it or lie down to the ground. Whatever feels best for you. You don't want to go past any discomfort. We want to hit that stretching point and then lean into that. And then once you're done with both sides, 20 to 30 seconds, we're gonna go to an elbow to instep. So a little bit more hip and a little bit more thoracic rotation. So you're gonna bring one foot up in a push-up position to your hand as close as you can. And then that inside hand next to your foot is gonna rotate up, letting your head follow and coming back down, dropping your elbow, getting a little more stretch in your hips. And we're gonna do 10 of those on each side. So switching sides here, bringing your foot up, keeping a tight core, so flat back. Inside hand rotates up, opening your chest, coming back down, dropping your elbow. Going as low as you can. You don't have to touch the floor, but that is the goal eventually. That's why we're working on our mobility. So we're doing 10 of those on each side. Then we're gonna do a little bit more hip stuff with the 90-90 hip opener. So you're gonna sit on the ground with both of your legs bent at 90 degrees, and then keeping your feet where they are. You can bring your hands behind you. You're gonna bring your legs up and then transferring sides. So we're opening up our hips, transferring each way, getting some rotation in that socket. Might feel a little bit of popping, that's okay. Popping is normal, just as long as it doesn't hurt. And you want to keep up really tall with this. Notice how my chest isn't dipping as I rotate side to side. And if you want to add a little bit more core into it, you can bring your hands up and do it from there. Again, keeping your chest up really tall. And then we're gonna move on to some breathing exercises. So you're gonna lie down on your back with your legs up. We're doing our 90-90 hip lift. So Our legs are up bent at 90 degrees, and you're gonna flatten your back, so tucking your pelvis towards your belly button. You're gonna bring your hands up over your chest like this, and we're gonna breathe in our nose, using your diaphragm. So you wanna raise your stomach as much as you can, and then breathe out, flattening your back even further into the ground, getting as much air as you can out. And we're gonna do 5 nice deep breaths there. Raising your stomach as much as you can and flattening your back as much as you can. And once you do 5 deep breaths there, we're gonna move it on to a little bit more intense stretching and warm up with a little bit more core work. So we're gonna go back into our push-up position, and we're gonna do scapular push-ups. So you're gonna be here with a really tight core. You're gonna puff your chest up and then back down. Notice how my elbows are staying locked out. So you're just going up and down with your shoulders. So I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together in the back. And once you're done with 10 there, we're gonna go right into 10 inchworms. So from our push-up position, walking your hands in, keeping your legs straight. If you can see me, legs are straight, walking my hands back out, getting a good hamstring stretch, and warming up my abdominals. And I'm not coming up all the way until I am done with all 10 of my inchworms. And then once you're done with 10 inchworms, we're gonna bring it back to the ground and hit a little bit of our obliques before we're done with our warm up. So we're going back to the ground here, flat back. You're gonna go opposite leg, opposite arm. So right arm, left leg, and you're gonna come out with it. And we're gonna go nice and slow, keeping a really flat back, keeping our core engaged. You're gonna feel a good burn on the sides of your stomach and your lower abdominals. So again, that's opposite leg, opposite arm, coming in and out. That's 10 on each side, so 20 total. And then we're gonna bring up to our feet, fire up our nervous system a little bit. Super important that we don't miss this step in our warm-ups because it helps a lot with our reaction time. So it's just important that if you wanna get more athletic and more agile with all of your abilities and when you're in the gym and at home, that we fire up our nervous system before we get going. And a good way to do that is something like single leg hops. So we'll go forward and backward. On the left side, I like to start with my weaker side first so I can stay as balanced as possible and avoid injury. So I'm doing 10 hops on that side and then switching to 10 hops on this side, keeping my foot up, not letting it fall down to the ground, working on a little bit of balance too. And that's just a really good way for you guys to warm up before you hit our workouts. And I'll see you next time.